So, guess where we went to next on our great culinary adventure? We decided to check out black pepper. Black pepper. No, not gummy this. Okay, it's called black pepper because it's a black pepper crab restaurant. That's right, crab. I love crabs, so good. So anyway, we decided to check out this black pepper aka crab restaurant, and we want to check out what they have to offer, because you know they are like the contender, like the breakaway group, the freedom fighters from the Ministry of Crab. Ha ha ha. Anyway, that's how they originally started. So they were like a breakaway from the Ministry of Crab, and so we decided to check out and see what this black pepper was all about. So we headed over and we had our fill of crab to see what black pepper is all about. So where do you think the black pepper is located? I know it sounds like a please, dirty mind, don't go there, don't go there. So it's located at the Dutch Hospital, actually the back side of the Dutch Hospital. Okay, that's wrong. Behind the Dutch Hospital, there's a little section. I think it is actually technically not part of the Dutch Hospital, but it's just behind the Fairway building and on the side there. So it's centrally located. It's in Fort in Colombo, and of course you get the Dutch Hospital, the fact that it's known for restaurants and there, so this location is pretty good. So central if you want to consider it, and it gives you other options as well. So the black pepper black pepper is centrally located. Great place because it has a really nice, you know, when you go to certain countries, they have like food zones and like cafe areas, and so black pepper is located in such an area, though of course it's down a bit of a dingy looking alleyway, right? So it's a bit dodgy on the side there. No, other things also happening at the black. So the logo of black pepper, I told you it's not a peppercorn, it's not a your filthy mind out of the gutter, is you know it's about crab because it has a golden orange, so like a tambapu issa color. Actually no, it's like an orangey yellow open crab claw smack bang in the middle of like a circle, and then you have black pepper around it. So I guess they don't have to mention crab because the claw kind of gives you that indication, but still black pepper sounds to me like some kind of exotic anyway, so black pepper, the logo, it's quite nice, simple, not much clutter, no you know, no massive crab there, so from a distance you can see it, but I still don't know if people will distinguish the crab claw exactly from so far away. But overall a nice clean logo, and I like the fact that it's orange and black, nice contrasting colors. So that, yeah, the yellowy orange kind of golden crab claw, and you know, I mean, there are notions of the golden crab claw, so logo wise quite decent. It takes away from the notion that it's, you know, some dodgy place, gives you the idea that you're going to have a damn good crab there. So I like the logo, nice. The ambience of black pepper, well, when I walked in there, like I said, it's down some dingy little alleyway, so when you walk in there, it's like walking to an old Chinese restaurant. It was like, you know, not very exciting for me, you know. Like when I walked in there, I didn't feel like, oh my god, I want to eat a crab, you know, grab a crab and have it. It was more like, oh, there's white fluorescent lighting. I'm walking in here into an old Chinese restaurant. And it had straight back black chairs, and at the back where there was this massive mural of women plucking bulat kola. I'm like, you're selling crab and there's a woman plucking bulat kola. So anyway, lighting also was very stark, like white light, white fluorescent, almost like LED. I would have preferred like a warmer setting, a little bit more dim light. Okay, I mean, if you're a very straightforward person, you come, you eat your crab, you go, it's okay. But I like a bit of elegance, I like romance, I like a bit of touch there that, you know, really gets you excited. I wasn't excited walking in there. for the menu of Black Pepper, actually they had 3 menus. I was given a beverage menu, a wine and champagne menu, and a food menu. So food-wise, they didn't have too much of a choice in terms of variety, but I guess there's only so much you can do with crab in a certain context. So if you take the crab, they gave us the sizes. So you had medium, XL, double XL, you know, like underwear or something. It was a bit dodgy. Then there was some weird, like the biggest one was like, you know, phenomenal. And they gave the styles that you can cook it in. So I think there were about 4 styles in there. So there was like, for example, for the crab, there was black pepper crab, there was hot garlic crab, there was a Singapore chili crab, and a Jaffna crab curry style. So that was for the crab. Then they had prawns. Prawns also had a similar kind of demarcation where they had like, you know, Negombo, lagoon prawn curry kind of thing. And then they had fish. They had, where you can even have the whole fish if you wanted. They had cuttlefish. They had appetizers, salad. I think they had like 1 salad option. Soups, which included things like mutton in there. So it was a bit strange. I've come to Black Pepper with a crab claw as its logo. And there's mutton soup and like a mutton curry option. So I found it a bit odd. Beverage wise, it was very ordinary. There were only 2 signature cocktails of their own making, which they'd call local cocktails. I don't get it. Anyway, I'll talk about that later. Dear God. Anyway, so yeah, so the beverage menu was quite extensive. The wine menu was so-so. The food menu was okay. So we ordered an appetizer of Asian spiced baked crab. I have no idea what they mean by Asian spices, because it can be anything. It can be pepper, it can be paprika, it can be tuna paha, but it came in a nice little shell, and it had these 2 little eyes. Don't look at me like that, eyes. Right, so they had these black olives they had sliced and put it. So this thing like came at me, like staring at me, like, ooh, hello. So anyway, this crab, baked crab, was actually Asian spiced baked crab. It was really nice. I must say, it had a very pungent kind of crab flavor, maybe a little bit too much for my liking. It was nice. It was nice and filling, and a lot of crab meat, and I'm really glad we selected that. Luckily, crab is good, and it tasted really, really nice. So it was a good appetizer to start off. I had an elephant's kiss. That's right. I kissed an elephant, or rather, I tasted an elephant kiss, and dear God, I died. It was so bad. So amongst Black Pepper's local cocktails was elephant kiss. And the only reason I went for it is because it was something different. I mean, who wants to be having mojitos and screwdrivers and daiquiris all the time when I want something different? So the terrible name, elephant kiss, I guess it rings true of this cocktail. So it was a local based cocktail with passion fruit and lime. It's very simple, and I thought, okay, it'll be really nice because, you know, if you get the flavors right and the balance right, it'll be awesome. And so this thing came like in a glass, and the passion didn't look passion fruit to me, it looked passion cordial to me, because see, when you have fresh passion, you get the seeds in there, and the yellow is very light. It's not a dense orange color. This was orange, and oh my God, so the smell also was a bit pungent. And when I tasted it, it was like drinking old toddy. Yes, some expired ra. It was awful because they hadn't got the flavor balanced right. It was not a balanced drink. It was really awful. I didn't even drink half the thing. That was so bad. So I think they really need to work on this elephant's kiss, man. And one kiss I'll never forget, and I certainly ain't repeating it. So really not impressed with the cocktail at all. So here's the thing. For the main, we decided to go, of course, for a crab. And XL, I like them big, darling. I don't do it small. Black pepper is an option on the crab and the prawn menu. And that sweet wait boy smiling with a little grin is telling me, no, he recommends the hot garlic crab versus the black pepper. So clearly their signature dish ain't selling because the guys ain't selling it. So I was like, hey, it's okay. If you think I'm not going to enjoy it, I'll go with your recommendation. So we had an XL hot garlic crab, and this came Oh my god, it came in a beautifully laid out dish. It looked like the crab was sitting like, hey baby, come get me kind of thing. A big massive fellow. And of course they're very cunning, so they weigh these fellows by 100 grams, and so therefore you don't think you're paying much. I'll talk about the bill later. So this fellow came though, and he was like in a nice bed of like burnt garlic, and the taste also of that slightly burnt garlic was coming through. I'm not too sure if I'm too fond of really burnt garlic. I like garlic just browned, so I felt it was a bit too burnt. But the crab meat was oh so delicious. It was nice and fresh, and I just put my fingers in there and I just pulled that apart. Of course they're very smart. They cut the fellow in 4 pieces and put them, and I had one of the nice fat claws, the andu. I love crab. So I just like got my fingers down and dirty, just ate that fellow right out. It was so good, quite tasty and nice and fresh because the meat was like coming off really well. So a good main. So the hot garlic excels. The next main we decided to order was the Negombo clay pot prawn curry. Like I said, there were different styles for each of the meat and seafood items. So this was recommended by that nice sweet server boy. So I was like, okay, good. And so it came along in a massive clay pot, right? Actually, like a real hattier, and the nice hatty lid and just steaming, and this lovely smell comes out. And then there are these massive pokirissas, you know, the head is big and the body is small, a bit like this egotistic you meet in life where their head is bigger than the body, or the ones that work out in the gym where the upper body is big and the lower part has been forgotten. Bit like that, this poor pokirissa. So in between 3 massive fellows, there are like little fellows also have been put in there. So there were nice flavors coming out, nice spices, but the curry for me was too watery, like real hodakkani, what on earth. I wanted a little bit more thickness in it. I would have preferred a little bit more like density. Maybe if they had bothered putting maybe a little bit of coconut milk, it would have helped. Maybe the style is not that, but they should have like hindavannered it, like you know, simmered it down so that it's nice and thick, and the thick gravy would have been just so good. So it was nice, flavorful, but I wasn't too impressed. So for the carbs, we decided on wood oven roasted bread, which is a good damn roast pang, and Thai jasmine rice. I must say that roast pang, oh my god, was phenomenal. It was so good. I am very picky as a bread eater, right? Sri Lankans will eat any pitigulia. I am no such person, and this bread was just out of this world because they make their own bread. I asked that guy and I was so impressed. It was crisp on the outside, soft in the middle, and they served it with some nice butter, some other chili butter which really didn't impress me, but the normal butter and that, and then dipped in with the crab and the prawn. Oh, it was so good. I could have eaten that bread nikang just on its own. It was so the rice, the Thai jasmine rice was okay. I wish it was a little bit more fragrant and a little bit more sticky, because Thai jasmine rice, when it comes fresh steaming out, it has a lovely smell. It has like a rampage smell, like, you know, pendant, a bit like that, and that smell just makes you want to just eat the rice. This wasn't so great, so I wasn't too impressed with the rice. Rice is okay, but that bread, man, that bread, so good. We also ordered a vegetable side because the guy insisted, and instead of choosing the usual kangkung and garlic, we thought we'd try these wok fried fresh mushrooms. Ayyo, see, mushroom is mushroom, right? It's one of those real pungent flavored fungi that you really have to be careful with how you make it. So in this wok fried version, it was like, it really didn't go with any of the dishes. So I don't know what they're serving that with. Maybe the fried rice or something. It really didn't complement. I had it with the rice and I was like, dying. So it wasn't so great. I would say don't bother with those vegetable sides, man. Just that bread and that gravy and then the crab and some pulse would have just been fine. In terms of everything else, I think the bread just like stuck in my head. So super bread. Now this is my favorite part of the meal, right? Okay, I'm a greedy pig. Who cares? So dessert, unfortunately, there's very limited dessert that menu. There was like 4 items, I think, 4 or 5. I mean, and it included brownie and vanilla ice cream. I can't understand how in this country with so much variety, every frigging restaurant you go to, wherever it is, there is brownie and vanilla ice cream. You can make brownies at home, you can get some ice cream, vanilla or whatever, and eat. Why would you go to a restaurant, pay good money to eat such boring desserts? So anyway, they had a wood apple mousse thing which was over, and then the other option was vatalappang with kolikuttu banana, and I was like, what? I'm not eating kolikuttu in the middle of the with vatalappang. Yeah, he recommended it also, that boy fellow. So anyway, I was like, no, maybe not. So then there was sweet tamarind puree with vanilla ice cream. So I asked, is the tamarind a little bit sour? And he said, oh, podda kambul. So I thought, doesn't matter, I'll try that one versus brownie and vanilla ice cream. Yuck. So anyway, this thing came, and the tamarind actually was really nice. But in terms of a dessert, it's just like you know, ice cream with chocolate sauce. You put ice cream and tamarind sauce. So it wasn't very creative, and I wish they'd done more components to it or done something with it. So I was not really impressed at all. Dude, get creative. So dessert wise, not at all impressive, and this was just very simple. I felt too simple for a restaurant of that caliber. So not too impressed with the whole thing, though it was a tasty dish. That was my reaction to the price. The price, boy, the price. Okay, so Black Pepper is not a restaurant to go to if you're on a budget, if you're trying to save money, or if you're trying to impress anyone and you're broke. Black Pepper is a place to go to when you're flushed, when you've got a bonus, or you have just a little bit too much of money to do, to spend, and you need something to spend it on. Because, dear God, that bill was out of this world. I think it was our most expensive dinner ever. And you know, the irony is the bill, the price of the crab was the most expensive. I told you they do sneaky, you know, 100 grams is 1,000 something. So you would think in your head a crab must be what, 800 grams? We had was 1.5 kilos. Do the math and see, man, 1,000 something. So yeah, we had a whopper bill. A whopper bill. Oh my God. Price wise, Black Pepper is way up there. It belongs, though it's not fine dining, it belongs up in that category simply for its price. So like I said, you don't want to go there on a broke day. Go there on payday and then hope not to eat for the rest of the month because you'll be so broke after that. So yeah, Black Pepper is not for anybody on a budget. I would say it's somebody who's willing to spend good money to eat good food. I mean, it doesn't matter what you're earning, it depends on how much you're willing to spend. But value for money wise, I would say it depends on how you value the crab. It depends on your perception, but I wouldn't call it value for money. I would call it like, you know, paycheck day, like you spend your whole paycheck there. So it's quite expensive. So price wise, it's like, whoo, way up there. Service. The servers at Black Pepper actually were quite attentive and good. I told you there was a nice boy who was attending to us, so he was grinning away and recommending anything but Black Pepper dishes to me, so that's him. But he was quite okay, and I mean they kept ensuring that we were all right, and then attending to our needs. So friendly, quite efficient. I mean, I must say the food came pretty fast. I mean, we didn't have to wait long, and they were very much aware of what was going on. So I think they were quite an experienced bunch of people. They didn't look scared or anything. Of course, I'm a little intimidated, but who cares? Overall, good service, attentive, and they knew what they were talking about. So good. Now that I've conquered the king crab and got my claws in there, what animal do you think I'm going to dissect next? Find out and join me as I go in my greed looking for the best food available in Colombo these days. Trust me, you won't regret it.